promote it from a Wakalah basically is a representative. So agent is considered as Wakalah of a Takaful operator. And how does it work? Takaful operator basically works, they are getting their new businesses through this Wakalah as well as direct from the counter. But this industry that has been practiced for so many years, Wakalah actively play their important role in bringing new business to the Takaful operators. And furthermore, by having Wakalah can reach many of people that cannot be reached previously. Basically, there's not much different between these two. However, what makes these two different is through the agreement or akad that they are signing. Because when a Wakalah of Takaful become a Wakalah, first and foremost they need to sign agreement with the Takaful operator. And as a Wakalah, they act as a representative of the company. So, which means they are not the employee of the company. They will not be paid any salary. What they will be given is basically commission based. So, when they are here is referred to Wakalah. When the Wakalah bringing new business, they are getting new commission on that business. And as a Wakalah, an operator of Takaful, their relationship is quite unique. If they are not on mutual understanding, this relationship can be terminated upon agreement on both parties.
You mentioned that this Wakalah don't receive salaries.
Yes.
But from what we learned is that they receive both commission as well as agency fee. So are those two different or are those two the same thing?
Okay, good question from Wafi. Basically, different Takaful operator will have different commission or payment structure to their Wakalah. Some Takaful operators, they do offer like what you have mentioned, which means commission plus basic fee. So, but this thing actually tied to a certain agreement. For example, whoever opt to have this basic fee, they must fulfill certain quota of every month. Those are the requirements. Whereas the standard practice of any Takaful operator, they will pay their Wakalah according on commission basis. So commission structure differ from one product to another product. So and also we have a staggered commission. For example, for our standalone medical card, we have a flat rate of 10% commission structure here in our company. And for Takaful product, we are basically being paid of 25% commission for the first year and gradually scale down until the 6 years. So certain product you make money for 6 years, certain product you earn for lifetime.
I want to ask, can Wakalah through Takaful actually make money?
Of course, because otherwise there will be no Wakalah doing promoting Takaful. But it also depends on the hard work of this Wakalah. You can make a little money and you can also make lots of money. But most importantly, if you're becoming a Wakalah, you need to ask yourself, perhaps for a start, you want to have extra income or you want to help your family economy. But after a while in this business and after several claims that you have made for your client, I do believe this feeling of happiness when you successfully help your client is amazing. So from then, you will want to do this noble job, I would say, to help many people out there, because perhaps they don't know that this particular model of Takaful exists. They know Takaful, but perhaps they just know on the surface. So when you do this job with the intention to help people, the money will come later. And yes, like many of other Wakalah, in my early years of becoming a Takaful agent or Takaful Wakalah, I started off with want to have sufficient commission in order to feed my family. But after a while in business, you will get sort of referral. People will come to you and ask you to help them. So when you do good to others, good things will come to you. Inshallah.
So I want to add one more question. Let's say if basically the Takaful agents earn from the commissions, right?
Yes.
And that is all from what they earn.
Yes.
So does the system has any other sort of incentive for the agents to strive even harder for them to, promote the Takaful product even further?
That's a very good question from you, Wafi. So, apart from commission, Takaful operator actively give incentive to their Wakalah in terms of many other things. And the common one is through trip incentive. When you reach a certain quota of your sales, they will bring you to overseas trip for free. Apart from that, from time to time, company will also launch a small incentive package. For example, they are giving iPad. We are also having this exclusive watch by Zurich to be given to the consistent Wakalah who submitted at least 4 cases a month without fail for 3 months.
Can I ask some personal questions?
Sure.
Out of many other company, why do you have any specific reason that you chose to working with this company? Seriously.
Right. I was formerly with Hong Yong prior to join Zurich Takaful, and when I was in Hong Yong back in 2013, it was a insurance company. So I was looking for barakah instead of just having a worldly pleasure. So prior to that, to answer Haizam's question, I'm not looking for a company, but I'm looking for a specific leader. So I was looking for a few leaders back then, and I follow them through their Facebook posting, and I learn from their posting what are the values that they are giving to the public. So this particular leader that I joined basically keep teaching public at his free will without asking for any sales. One is a purely Wakalah, which means individual. The other one is a broker. Broker could be a company set up to be Wakalah of this Takaful operator. And broker will not only sell single Takaful operator products, but they may sell multiple Takaful operator products from other operators as well. There's no special requirement whatsoever, but first and foremost, every Wakalah must fulfill the requirement to sit for an exam we call Takaful based exam. And after passing this exam, you are required to register with Malaysia Takaful Association, MTA, in order for them to give you a license. Once you receive a license, this will give you permit and to allow you to act as Wakalah with any of the Takaful operators. And the mechanism that works right now, once you have license, you need to contract with a particular Takaful operator, because otherwise you will jump from one Takaful operator to another operator, and that will jeopardize your client as well as the operators. Simple answer, why not? As long as you are a citizen of nation and you're already 18 years old and above, and Takaful Wakalah is actually doing good to others, why should we prohibit someone from doing good to other people? As long as that doesn't distract your focus with your study, because study is your main priority at the moment. I don't think university will look down to students who are becoming a Takaful agent. But perhaps your question might be, will the society look down to you because you're just young, right? Success doesn't factor age, because we have a Takaful agent who was success as early as age of 19. He just basically passed SPM, but he's doing very well in our company. Zurich Takaful always offer training to their Wakalah in order for their Wakalah to be empowered with the appropriate knowledge and something that they can add value to their customers. So you don't have to worry about knowledge, because knowledge is something that you will keep learning. As a Wakalah, you need to service your client, because the moment they become your client, they trusted you. So once your client have put trust into you, you should repay them back by giving good services to them. And sometimes people are afraid with the word of service. Perhaps what your concern is about servicing client when they admitted into hospital, when attacked by critical illness and whatsoever. This thing doesn't happen every day and every night. Depends on how many clients do you have. But sometimes, you might encounter call from a client that they want to admit to hospital very late at night. This is the beauty of Wakalah. You don't work alone. You work with your team. You have your leader. So if you have any problem, you can always ask your leader to help you. And as a leader, most of the time, they are more than willing to help you. It's about opening up people's mind, because people think insurance or Takaful are cheating people. This due to the cases that have been viral in the internet. They said they have policies with this ABC company, but when things happen, they couldn't do their claim. Yes, this tarnish a bit the image of the industry, but this is just my personal opinion. The main factor could be due to the telemarketer who promote insurance product, because oftentimes they are promoting personal accident policies, whereas it only cover when you get into accidents. But things like when you fall sick, you couldn't be admitted into the hospital with your personal accident policy. Of course, you need a suitable product for a particular situation. For you to be admitted to a hospital, you need to have a medical card. If you are meeting older people, most of them are having conventional policies instead of Takaful certificate. So sometimes you need to strike them right on their head. Let's say one day, you and me were sitting at a coffee house while you were sipping your drink. The waiter comes to you and said to you, "I'm sorry, sir, we have wrongly put liquor into your coffee. Will you continue to drink that?"
No,
Why?
stop immediately because.
But you have paid 30 ringgit for that coffee. See, when it comes to food or drinks, we can make a fair judgment. But when it comes to things like this, they said, "I've been with this particular policy, with this particular insurance company for very long. I might be at loss if I change to your company." Yes, that is true. So same story with this coffee. You can either finish up your drink, or you can change your drink with a new one. As an Takaful agent, I would advise a client with appropriate advice. What I will do is by surrendering his insurance policy and take out his cash value and transfer to the new Takaful certificate. That way, basically, he is safe, worldly matters, and at the same time, inshallah, we'll get blessing from Allah. Sometimes they get complacent with what they have been doing for so many years. Takaful insurance. For new generation like us, we might opt for these Sharia things. But for older people, they have already comfortable with this conventional product for so many years, and asking them to change from conventional to the Sharia approved product is not an easy task, but I believe as a Takaful Wakalah, that is my job, that is my responsibility to promote the right things to the people.
So basically, when people still tend to find loopholes for them to continue with the conventional way, we need to be firm with ourselves, with our stand.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
Okay, I think that's all for today. I think we have enough resources, and thanks for your time and
Pleasure.
and all your knowledge that you share with us. I think it's helped us a lot.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, so thanks again.
You're welcome. Alright, thanks for coming.
Okay.
Right.
Takaful is basically an Islamic version of insurance where it is Sharia compliance and it is free from elements of riba, ghara and maisir. From my understanding, Wakalah came from the word wakil in Arabic, which means agent. So in Takaful, the client will appoint an agent to handle the fund on behalf of them.
Well, I believe that this model is special because it involves trust. So I, as a participant, will entrust my fund to the agent and make the transaction and business on their behalf. Wakalah model works in the participant will put their fund in a general Takaful fund which will be invested by the Takaful operator or agent on behalf of the participant, and the Takaful operator will receive the agency fees as a payment.
For me, of course, I would try and invest my funds towards a Wakalah model rather than a conventional insurance, because I am Muslim and I would prefer to make transactions that are more towards Sharia compliance. And because I am thought as a Muslim, we should use our funds and do our actions towards something that is Sharia compliance, because all actions are accountable in the hereafter.
Alright.